Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another glorious day. I just cannot remember when we have had so much absolutely perfect weather, and I hope you are all enjoying it. Um, I am Jenny Hensley, co-owner and effectiveness coach with Dynamics. Our goal is to help you reclaim your time so you can reclaim your lives and absolutely love your work. And I know many of you are getting ready to start school this week, and so that's a big one. And even though we are, hold on for 1 second, I'm getting an internet connection thing, and I'm not on my internet. Okay, it may kick us out. Hold on, everyone. And that's not my internet. Okay, now we're on the right internet. So everybody's getting ready to go back to school, and I know some of you are already mourning summer being over, and it is not over. Just starting school sooner this year, and so I want you to remember everything that we worked on this summer. And if you didn't get a chance to see the videos about the summer of self-care, look back and look at those habits that you've started, everything that you've done, and keep it going. Because just because you're not in summer doesn't mean that you can't be taking care of yourself, and taking care of yourself should be your top priority. So just before we get into today's topic, I want to remind you to do everything that we did with the summer of self-care. And again, if you need those, look back in our Facebook, the Dynamics Facebook, or on our YouTube channel, the Instructional Leadership channel. So today, I've been working with many of you. This is one of my absolute favorite, most creative times of year because you're all getting ready to start school and everybody's thinking about how you're going to brand your year and how to do your opening convocation meetings and just get everything started off on a positive note. And so excited about all of the things you guys are doing and helping you in any way I can to come up with those ideas. And something that has been, that I've been looking at, and it started with the idea of doing these videos, and we go in and we do effectiveness training and help people do better and shorter and more effective meetings, but how do we help that stick? So how do we help you continue to do the more effective meetings when we're not there? So I've been working on doing like these teeny tiny videos that are less than 5 minutes, if possible less than 3 minutes, to help you remember the strategies that we go over. Many of them are shared in these videos on how to have great meetings, how to set your agenda. And I started thinking about how we learn now. So we've talked about in the past that adults cannot attend to somebody talking at them for 5 to 7 minutes is all you've got. So that means that we have to get people interactive and talking when we have them together. But you have other things that you need to take care of. Business items like we talked about in the Real Work Hub that I shared as an idea last week. And so how are you going to get the most out of your time with people, but also how do you get information across when they need it? And so I just started reflecting for myself, and I'm guessing it's true for a lot of you too, how we learn now. And for example, I was thinking about, so let's say you want to learn something. So I was just talking to a colleague and recommending Brene Brown. You know, I've talked about her on several videos and several pep talks. Love her Netflix special, and her books and her TED Talks. So if I want to learn about Brene Brown, I used to take the book and go find the book, and then I'd read the book or listen to the book in the car. And now I Google Brene Brown, and then several things come up. So her Netflix special comes up, her YouTube videos come up, her website comes up, articles that she's written come up. And so I start then filtering out like what's most important to me, and I go to those videos, and usually I go first to things that are shorter and give me an idea, and so I can gather all of those ideas together and decide, do I want to read the book? Do I want to maybe watch, she's on Oprah Soul Sunday, so do I want to watch those? And that's how we learn now. We don't learn by And I know many of you do the book study idea, and I'm not saying that it's bad. I think it can be amazing in terms of how you organize it. But, we always used to just, everybody's going to read this book and we're going to do it chapter by chapter. And I think that you can still do that, but you don't necessarily have to do a book. And so this is called micro learning. That's the new hot term for it. Would be learning in small bite-sized chunks, learning in multiple media. So it could be visual, it could be an audio, it could be a podcast, could be a infographic, but putting all of these objects together to create learning for yourself and learning for your team. So everybody's calling that micro learning. And I've been doing just some research into it because I've really been advising those of you that I work with to think about how we can use this. So first of all, let's talk about microlearning. So as I shared, like microlearning, in my opinion, is taking small objects, small videos, visuals, a 1 or 2 page article, even quotes that are provocative around the topic, and gathering all of those together. And then the next part is you have to have it organized. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about how I organized it, but I think everybody's so individual now. It just depends how you organize it. I'm using Pinterest because I love Pinterest and I'm super visual, so I can see on my board, my micro learning board, where I have everything, and I really get tired of thinking, oh, remember that I want to share that video with somebody and I can't remember where I found it. So this helps me to organize that video, organize all that information. So you need to have the learning objects, gather them together. You need to have some place to put them. I would say, to me, it's Pinterest. If you're completely only want to do videos, I think YouTube works. You can do folders there. You can also use cross-platform. So you may have some videos in YouTube and folders, and you may have a Google spreadsheet with other resources and learning objects in them. So, but you've got to find something that works for you. So learning objects organized. You need to focus. So everybody has been down that spiral where you start searching something and then it's like, whoa, the dogs see a squirrel and they go running off. Your mind goes running off and you start looking at other things that aren't really on your topic. So if you're working on a topic with your team, make sure that you stay focused when you're looking for micro-learning objects and to create micro-learning for your team. And then also it needs to be easily shareable. So you need to find a way that you can get the information, get the learning objects to your team easily, because the minute you guys have done it, the minute that you have trouble accessing the information, you're out. You're gone. So it needs to be easy to share. So I want to try to, I know this is a big topic, so I want to try to put it together for you. And speaking of squirrels, the second thing I want to talk about before we get into what it looks like is once you have these things all gathered together, these are the big questions to me. Thinking about how microlearning can help you save time, reinforce and get across information and thinking to your team, the big concepts to your team, and how can it replace in-person time, in-person PD time, or in-person meeting time. So that's the whole why behind it, saving time and still getting people the quality information that they need. So this is, and I'm going to share these in the show notes for you, but I'm looking at Pinterest and working with our web designer to really even integrate this into our membership site so that it's at everybody's fingertips, because I just think the more information we can get to you, the better. So this is just the beginning for me, and I know you really can't see it, but I'm sharing the link directly to the Pinterest board for microlearning in the comments when after the live stream's over, I'll put it into comments. So you get to look at them, you get to organize them. For me, like I could see here that I have infographics. You'll see that I have, you can't see it on this screenshot, but I have 2 or 3 videos. They're like 5-minute videos, so that if people are interested, you can go and you can see the videos that I looked at. You can grab one of these visuals for your team. So this is just my way of organizing it. I would love in the comments to hear how you're organizing it. And now we're playing in the background. Hey, you know what? You never know what you get in the backyard. So I'm going to share all of that with you, but I want to make a challenge to you. And the challenge is try it. So try creating your own micro-learning group and see how it goes. And then maybe you're going to share that group with that information, that board. For me, it's a Pinterest board. I'm sharing it with you. I'm going to be sharing, I already have been sharing boards with all of the people that we work with, helping them get ready. You know, they share a topic. I go look at it. Then we come up with processes for meetings and ways to share that information. So that's one challenge, is how can micro-learning help you with your team? But the other one that's really fun, and I have been having a blast with, almost every article that I read about micro-learning shared Duolingo, which is a free app. Of course, there's a paid version, but you can start for free. A free app. Oh my goodness. Okay, dog play, fine. And it is so that you can learn a language, and you can pick all of these different languages. And the beauty in it is you can choose when you first start. Do you want a goal of 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, or 20 minutes a day? And it's made in like a video game. And whoa, whoa, whoa. It is like intense learning, all different modalities. You talk into your phone, and it tells you if you're right or wrong. So I've been doing French because I love French and I want to go to France, and I took it in high school, so I figured, I'll just try it. I am having so much fun with this French app, and I think you guys should try it, even if you don't want to learn a language. First of all, it's really good for you. I've added it, of course, to my morning routine. I know, my morning routine continues to grow, and you can see a video on my morning routine from a previous video. But I just added to my morning routine because I've been looking at brain research and about how to help your memory, how to keep your brain, functioning at its best. And one of the things is to challenge yourself mentally, obviously. So that's one of the things I'm doing, is working on this language. And I'm doing it. I chose 20 minutes because, of course, I did. But you could choose 5 minutes and doing it every single day at the same time. I'm almost to a month, not talking to you in French yet. It's because as soon as somebody asks me to say something, I get completely but I think it's so fun, so try it. And look at it not just as learning a language, but look at it as how you're learning in that app, because it is super fun. There's a leaderboard with people throughout the world. You have different levels. You earn money that you can spend in the store. And I just am having so much fun with it. But it is true, and the reason that it is, and was in every article that I read about microlearning, is because it's such a great example of it. So I would love for you to try it, and so either try Duolingo just a little bit, or try creating your own microlearning grouping or organization, and I would love to hear how that goes. So, as always, it really, really helps us if you like and comment and share. It helps us to get these videos out to more people, and maybe to the people who plan your meetings, so they realize that they can't talk to you for more than 5 or 7 minutes, that you need to be active. And as I always say, have an absolutely fantastic day. If you're lucky enough to have today off, do not spend it working all day. Set a timer if you have to work for a little bit, and enjoy this gorgeous day, everyone. Cannot wait to hear what you think about microlearning. Again, I'll share all that information in the comments after we're done with the live. Have a fantastic day.